I don't have a fancy hook for this video. If you care about cats, please stick around, listen to the entire video, and share this. This is very important information. I'm Dr. Forbes. I am a small animal veterinarian, and since February, when avian influenza popped up in cattle and dairy cows, I have been tracking it and monitoring it because one of the things we also discovered in February and March of this year is that avian influenza has a very high affinity for cats, and they do not do well. It is very severe disease in cats, and most of them do not make it. Well, as these things have evolved over the past months, we now have bird flu detected in commercially prepared raw food diets. One of the recommendations that the FDA just made last week is to stop feeding raw food and raw milk, and that would include raw eggs, to cats and dogs because they absolutely can contract the virus from eating raw food. Whether you get it from the local butcher or whether you buy a commercially prepared food, that is a risk factor. If cats go outside recreationally, now is not the time to have them do that. Please keep cats inside. And at the first sign of respiratory or neurologic issues, please contact your veterinarian. My caveat there is going to be patient with your veterinarian because we're not getting a lot of information about what to do with these patients. Typically, they don't make it. The disease is rapid, severe, and profound. It is more neurologic than respiratory, but it can also involve the eyes and the liver. So let's get into this raw food because this particular brand is actually high pressure pasteurized, which a lot of people rely on that to say that there's not going to be pathogens in the food. Well, we now have evidence of a cat that ate this diet and did not make it because the cat contracted avian influenza. What frustrates me about this particular food is I went to their website and you have to scroll through all of this to get that little button that says voluntary product recall. In my opinion, there should be a red block across the entire website warning people. When you click on that button, it then tells you that there's a voluntary product recall. This is not enough panic for me. This needs to be much more obvious. Now, in full disclosure, I did check this morning, and it is more obvious on their website today than this, but I still do not think that this is forthcoming. Not to mention the fact that when you click on the product itself, it says nothing about avian influenza. This is from the LA County Health Department. They are requesting that animal health staff should specifically ask pet owners about exposure to raw milk and raw diets. And we should be cautioning our clients to not allow our cats and dogs to eat or drink raw meat or raw milk. Here they describe two cats that presumably became ill after eating two different brands of raw pet food. I don't know what the other brand is yet, but this is very concerning. For my vet med folks, these are the questions that we should be asking when we are screening clients with cat patients who need to come in for care. This is not up for debate. This is not about what might be superior. This is not about fad diets. This is not about trying to feed our cats and dogs like they would eat out in the wild. This is absolutely a public health crisis. I will also be posting a video about the wild cat sanctuary that just lost over half their cats to avian influenza. This is happening. It's happening now. It is significant. If you want to do your part in helping cats avoid a mass unaliving event in this country, do not feed raw food, period. There are some creators on this app who have preemptively blocked me, so this video will not show up. Please share this video. This is me desperately trying to reach as many people as possible to get this information out. I will continue to post as I learn more. There's a lot of information coming up. It takes time. Things overlap. There are several cats that are being tested. We need confirmation. The samples have to go to different labs. This is real, folks.